Well, President-elect Donald Trump has set his sights on Greenland because of its rich mineral resources, access to global shipping routes, and strategic location in the Arctic, which is especially important as tensions with Russia and China flare.
Greenland. It's the island between the Arctic and the Atlantic, with a population smaller than the city of Wagga Wagga. And it's caught the eye of one nuclear arsenal-wielding real estate mogul.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran.
August 16th, 2019, a day that may not mean much to most people, but it marked a moment when global politics took an unexpected turn. On that day, then-President Donald Trump publicly expressed interest in buying Greenland, sparking shockwaves across international media and governments. Greenland is not just a vast icy island, it's a geopolitical hotspot sitting at the crossroads of US interests in security, trade, and the environment. But why did Trump want it? And how does this connect to the larger story of American global strategy? To understand why Greenland matters so much today, we need to go back to World War II. In 1941, the United States established military bases in Greenland to secure the Atlantic from Nazi Germany. At the time, Denmark, a European country, was occupied by the Nazis. Greenland, though under Danish control, became strategically vital for America's defense strategy. The Thule Air Base, still operational today, was established as a key part of US military operations during the Cold War. Greenland's location is what makes it so valuable. The island lies between North America and Europe, making it a natural point of access to the Arctic and a critical element of military and economic strategies. During the Cold War, the US used Greenland to monitor Soviet activities and track ballistic missile threats. This historical context is important because it highlights the long-standing interest the US has had in Greenland's strategic location. Fast forward to today, and Greenland's importance hasn't diminished. In fact, it's grown. The Arctic is becoming more accessible due to melting ice caused by climate change. According to a 2023 report by the National Snow and Ice Data Center, Arctic ice has been shrinking by an average of 12.2% per decade since 1979. This is opening up new shipping routes and giving access to untapped reserves of natural resources, including oil, gas, and rare earth minerals. The US Geological Survey estimates that the Arctic holds 13% of the world's undiscovered oil and 30% of its untapped natural gas.
Greenland has 25 of the 34 minerals deemed critical by the European Commission, including lithium and graphite, which are key for both EV batteries and cell phones.
Greenland, with its vast landmass and proximity to these resources, is a key player in this emerging geopolitical competition. The country also holds significant reserves of rare earth elements, which are critical for the production of smartphones, electric vehicles, and military equipment. By 2019, when Trump made his proposal, these economic and strategic factors were already intensifying global competition in the Arctic. But Greenland isn't just about resources, it's also about power. It's obvious that Donald Trump's interest in Greenland wasn't just a casual remark, it was deeply rooted in US strategic ambitions. Trump reportedly instructed his aides to explore the possibility of purchasing Greenland from Denmark, sparking widespread confusion and ridicule in the media. But was it really a joke? Greenland's geopolitical significance makes Trump's proposal more calculated than it might seem at first glance. The Arctic region has become a new frontier of global competition, with nations like Russia and China increasing their presence. Russia has been building military bases along its Arctic coast, while China has declared itself a near-Arctic state, investing heavily in Greenlandic mining projects and infrastructure. A 2022 report by the Arctic Institute revealed that China invested nearly $2 billion in Greenland between 2015 and 2020. For the US, maintaining influence in Greenland is essential to counter these growing pressures. Trump's offer, reportedly valued at $600 million annually in subsidies to Greenland, was a reflection of America's desire to cement its Arctic dominance. Greenland, with its vast natural resources and strategic location, is seen as a critical piece of this puzzle. But Denmark, which governs Greenland as an autonomous territory, swiftly rejected the idea. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen reacted to Trump's proposal saying, "Greenland belongs to Greenlanders. emphasizing that Greenland was not for sale. Greenlandic leaders echoed this sentiment, stating their desire for greater autonomy rather than being transferred to another nation. Despite the backlash, Trump's proposal shed light on Greenland's growing role in global politics. It also underscored the changing dynamics of U.S. foreign policy under his administration. While previous presidents focused on multilateral agreements and alliances, Trump's approach was more transactional. For Trump, buying Greenland wasn't just about resources, it was also about legacy, a bold move to expand U.S. territory and influence. However, the proposal also exposed underlying tensions. Greenland's 56,000 residents, mostly Inuit, have long sought greater independence from Denmark. The island is heavily reliant on Danish subsidies, which make up about 60% of its budget. Trump's offer highlighted Greenland's economic challenges, but it also raised questions about its future. Would Greenland benefit more from aligning with the US or maintaining ties with Denmark? Could the island eventually gain full independence? These questions remain central to Greenland's future as climate change and global politics continue to reshape its role on the world stage. The debate surrounding Trump's proposal to buy Greenland may have faded from headlines, but the island's strategic importance has only grown. As climate change accelerates, the Arctic is rapidly transforming into a region of geopolitical competition, environmental concerns, and economic opportunities. The US continues to see Greenland as critical to its national security and global influence. The Thule Air Base remains one of the most advanced military installations in the world, serving as a hub for missile warning systems and space surveillance. In 2021, the US announced plans to increase funding for Arctic operations, with a focus on bolstering its presence in Greenland. According to a Congressional Research Service report, the US allocated $1.4 billion to Arctic operations in the 2022 fiscal year alone, reflecting its commitment to countering Russian and Chinese ambitions in the region. However, Greenland is not just a pawn in a geopolitical chess game. The island's residents, predominantly Inuit, are increasingly vocal about their aspirations for independence and sustainable development. Greenland's government has been pursuing policies to reduce reliance on Danish subsidies by developing its mining industry and attracting foreign investment. In 2021, Greenland banned uranium mining, signaling its intent to balance economic development with environmental protection. Greenland's unique position as a self-governing territory under Denmark creates complex political dynamics. While Denmark provides significant financial support, Greenland's leaders have emphasized the need for greater autonomy. At the same time, they remain cautious about foreign influence, particularly from China. For the US, building stronger partnerships with Greenland is not just about countering rival powers, it's also about respecting the island's sovereignty and supporting its development goals.